What's worse, investigators say it might have been a case of mistaken identity. More than a decade later, his mother is still grieving and still has no idea who his killer is. Mai Vu Vang talks to her son every time she comes to sit next to this tree at Fairmont Elementary in Sanger. Every time she does, the tears come easy. The tree, planted for her 12-year-old son Kevin, who had been a student there. She thinks about him all the time. I'm crying, and it's like I hear him calling me, and so I'm looking around, and there's nothing but the wind. It's just the wind ruffling the buds about to bloom on this tree, but still, she brings a few of Kevin's favorite things here, and also hauls something she says she couldn't get rid of. The shoes Kevin was wearing on June 3rd, 2004, the day he was killed. God, how do I live with such hurt in my heart, she says. It was almost bedtime, but Kevin's dad decided to go grab some flowers for Kevin's sister, who was graduating the following day. Kevin tagged along. They were just about home.
A lowered green Acura pulled up behind them, and shots from a large caliber weapon were fired into the Vang's pickup truck.
Kevin was struck by gunfire. He was hit multiple times. Mr. Vang crashed into a fence after the car was struck by gunfire. There were many rounds fired at the Vang vehicle. They were fired from a high-caliber rifle.
We all ran over there, and I said, "How did this happen?" she said. I held him in my arms, and I looked, and it looked like a bullet had gone through his cheek. I screamed so loudly and asked God why. Why? Why target a father and young son?
There were some major incidents involving gangs, Southeast Asian gangs. There was a lot of shooting back and forth. One of our suspicions is that maybe Mr. Vang's truck was misidentified as somebody else's truck.
That is why detectives say they need help.
He would be 28 years old on February 19th.
To catch whoever did this to an innocent child.
The one thing about this case is Kevin didn't die because of the choices he was making, the life that he lived. He was an innocent victim, and very tragic for the family.
For his mother, who still finds some comfort in letters written by Kevin's classmates. He was nice, they wrote. She knew that. He didn't call me mother, just Ma. Ma, if you can't do it, I'll do it, she says. Her little helper she still grieves for. Please, if anyone knows or saw anything, it's been 15 years. 15 years in June, and we haven't heard anything. Until she does, she sits patiently under the tree when she can, listening to the wind, hoping, just maybe, she'll hear him whisper something back.